Well, hello there, everyone. It is Saturday, May the 7th. Hey, first of all, before you click out, is the lighting look better in here? How about the sound? Am I too loud? Am I too far back? Etc. How's the voice? I know my voice sounds rough sometimes, but does it sound okay? Okay, I'll continue on. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't predict the future. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an attorney. Nothing like that. But sometimes in life and in investing, we get the perfect storm, the perfect time to invest in different categories. And I'll give you some examples. I started with mutual funds back in 1990, okay? I'm drinking Mud Wtr at the moment. It's what they call passion, something or another. You can't really see it in the cup. It's down there, but it's red, whatever it is. So, but in the 1990s, mutual funds, 1999, I started buying individual stocks. If you had been investing in the 1990s, I didn't know what I was doing, but I had good returns. I can't remember what they were, 30%, 40%, something like that. But through the decade, I had good returns. And I sold some at different times. Put it in my pocket, bought a house with one, which I had then sold at a profit. But anyway, the dot-com crash came in 2001. And I got involved in individual stocks in 1999. So I experienced that great dot-com crash. I experienced the recession of 2008, 2009. After these crashes was a great time to invest in stocks, especially technology stocks, because during a recession, tech stocks get cut down. Okay, during a crash, tech stocks a lot of times are growth companies. They get cut down more than your big dogs, the Cloroxes and the Wells Fargo and whatever it might be. Okay, the tech stocks they're more aggressive. They're growing quicker and they get knocked back. And if they're small, they might go out of business. But the good ones will rebound back and go even higher than they did before. Okay, so give you another example. When I first bought a property up in Gary, Indiana, it was in 2019, 2020, late 2019, early 2020, somewhere around there. From what I know, I think the perfect time to invest in Gary, Indiana started before I bought my first one. I don't know exactly how far before it started. And it's been going on since then, but the perfect storm, shall we say, it's passed. We still got the storm, but the perfect storm is passed. The window, it was explained to me by Tom Olson that the window is open. And by the time I got involved, it was starting to close. And as the years ticked on, that window of what was great deals is closing. Okay? Now with real estate, keep this in mind. You can always find a great deal somewhere. Okay? I'm not saying if you have watched my Gary videos at all, or if you watched the video from yesterday with the young man from the UK who's buying in Gary, I'm not saying you can't get a good deal in Gary right now. I'm just saying the days of throwing the dart at available houses and getting a good deal is done. I'm saying you have to be extremely selective. You have to look. You have to do your due diligence. You have to negotiate to get the great deal. Okay? The great deals just aren't. They're not like they used to be. The word is getting out. My channel might have helped get it out, but I have very small viewership, so probably not. But just the word is getting out with investors. Okay, about that. But anyway, when you talk about perfect storms, there's always, and with real estate, there's never a bad time to buy a good deal, a great deal. It's never a bad time. With stocks, you can always find a beaten down stock that is good to buy at almost any given time. But if we're at the start of a recession, you may lose money. So in hindsight, it's better to hold off until the market drops more. Okay. It appears, I'm not a forecaster, I don't predict the future. It appears that a recession could be on the horizon. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Could be on the horizon. Could be late 2022, 2023. A definition of a recession is 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. GDP, gross domestic product, negative growth. Okay. So with that being said, when a recession does occur, people lose their jobs. Not necessarily a lot, but some will. Unemployment will probably go up a bit. The only thing is right now we have low unemployment. with jobs still needing workers, and we have very low unemployment. That throws a little wrench into it, so it could change things. And I don't know how it's going to change things. Michael Zuber says we're repeating the 1970s. We have similarities to the 1970s, but we're not repeating them. It's not going to play out just like the 70s did. It's not. We have differences now. We do have, just like I said, low unemployment and job openings. There's lots of job openings right now. That does something. And just, we're in 2022 now. We're not in the 1970s. It's just life is different. So, but could there be similarities? Yes, similarities. But with that being said, great investments. I've said this before in my channel. There's the perfect storm that has brewed. There's the window of opportunity that is open. What is that investment for? It's for one of two investments that I know of. Okay, that I know of. And I'm not getting any kind of kickback from this referral or nothing like that. Okay. One is in oil drilling. One is in mineral rights with oil drilling. Okay. For oil drilling, I invest with King Operating Corporation. All right. They have recently drilled and completed and fracked 2 wells. They're getting both oil and natural gas out of them. An email I got in today, it said something like, in the month of April, 10,000 barrels of oil came out of those wells and a lot of natural gas. I forget the number. And they're just getting, when you drill a well, they get primed up. So they're building up. Okay. So it should keep increasing. I'm not sure what the barrels of oil a day is. Right, a week ago, it was 505 barrels of oil a day, plus natural gas every day. And I know it's going up, but they didn't put that in the email. Are we up to 600? Are we up to 700? I don't know what we're up to for barrels of oil a day. Okay. And mineral rights acreage, I've talked about this on my channel before. Mineral rights acreage with Eckerd Land and Acquisition, they're pretty much only buying this acreage in Oklahoma because it's friendlier to this type of investment. And you own the surface below the ground level, basically. So you own that. And whatever comes out of there, a percentage has been negotiated prior to you getting it with oil companies that they pay you a percentage of royalties. Okay. So no matter what that percentage is, it's a good deal. But as the price of oil goes up, it becomes a better deal because it's based on the price of oil and the price of natural gas. If you get gas in your car, you know the price of gasoline is up. The price of oil, I don't know what it is today, but it's been like $105, $110 a barrel. When I first invested with King, I found some notes I wrote down back a year and a half ago when I first invested. Oil, I think, was at $45 a barrel. Okay. And I was still willing to make the investment because it just seemed like the price of oil was going up. But even if it didn't, I could make money at $45 a barrel. Not a lot. It'd be a bad return, but I could have made money, I think. $45, $50 a barrel, I could make money. So, but with that being said, prices are up. Natural gas price. With Eckerd, when they run the numbers for you, they run natural gas at $3.75 a cubic, whatever it is, measurement. Right now it's up around $8 compared to $3.75. That's more than doubled. Okay. Price of oil has gone up. Price of natural gas has gone up. It means all returns have gone up. Now the price of oil, it started going up about 2 months ago. The big jump from like, if I remember right, 80s, 78, 75, 78 to, I think it hit 125 and it's pulled back to 105, 110, whatever it is. And from what I know, it may drop back just a little bit in the next few weeks, possibly. But as the summer gets here, kids are out of school, families travel, driving. Every summer, the price of gasoline goes up because the demand increases. Folks are driving more, the demand increases. Okay? So, but with the administration right now is against oil drilling. They realize we need to drill, but society is against oil drilling. And you have the green movement going on. And folks say we need to eliminate fossil fuels. But they don't realize, and I've said this from this channel before, people just don't realize that we are addicted, as a society, we are addicted to oil. If you have a cell phone, you have oil in that cell phone. If you're a female and you use cosmetics, guess what? Oil. Chapstick. Oil. This is plastic. What is chapstick? Look at the ingredients. There's petroleum in there. what is in cosmetics. I guarantee you some cosmetics, not all of them, have oil in them, maybe just a little bit. Your toothbrush is plastic. When you get deodorant, it's plastic. When you get a gallon of milk, a gallon of juice, water bottles, they're plastic. There's oil in them. When you buy a Tesla, you want to go green, you go buy a Tesla. There's oil to make that dashboard. There's oil in those tires. And in the battery pack, there's lithium, nickel, and whatever the other element is. That is a natural resource that's being depleted. Okay? I want to be green. I want more trees in the world. I want cities to plant more trees. But there is no perfect way to go green. Yes, we need to wean ourselves off of fossil fuels. Yes, they will run out one day of oil and natural gas. It's in the ground. It can only hold so much. But with the reserves in this country, it should last beyond my lifetime and probably beyond your lifetime. Okay? Especially as we do go greener, if we go from the current 20 million barrels a day or month, whatever it is, to 20, 21, 22 million a day, a month, whatever it is, down to 15 million or 12 million, we'll reduce how much we use, but we're still using it. Okay? People don't understand that. We're still, even if we go 100% electric vehicles, we're still using, I think, at least 11, 12 million barrels of oil a day, unless we find a substitute for plastic, and unless we start making our tires and our roads out of something different. And we're not. Okay? So if you are in my mastermind group and you got some great deals in Gary, you know they're getting harder and harder and harder to find. Okay? Like prices are up and they're just harder to find. All right? If you're a stock investor, you might have had some, especially individual stocks, you might have had some great returns over the past couple of years. I had an 18% annualized return from 2005 to 2018. And in 2019, 2020, I have been selectively selling some stocks, but one year I averaged over 100%. The other year I was approaching 100%. So roughly 100% average annually, 2019, 2020 for me. I am now almost 99% out of the stock market, okay? My investments are in real estate because why? There's never a good time to own, there's never a bad time to own real estate. There's always a good time to own real estate. I'm also got a large part of my portfolio in both oil and mineral rights acreage right now. Why? It's the perfect storm. Okay? In my mastermind group, there is a couple of gentlemen, I believe, who are accredited. To my knowledge, neither has dipped their toes into the water of investing in oil or mineral rights. I don't know why they haven't. A lot of people are just nervous about it. It's unknown to them. Okay? It is harder right now. I found this out just the other day. If you are a brand new investor, brand new, just getting accredited, and you want to invest with Eckerd, they may become more selective on who they accept. They have had a lot of new partners in the last 6 to 8, 9 months. A lot of new partners. And they got to slow that down because they can't dilute the availability. If you have your investors been with them for 20 years, and all of a sudden they can't get into the new investments because the newbies are jumping in and getting it. They want to control that, I believe. I don't work for them. I believe, from what I know. So I think if you are just getting accredited and you say you want to buy one mineral acre and you want to put the minimum investment's $25,000, you want to put $25,000 into it, I think you're going to be asked the question. I think something like, do you plan to regularly purchase acres as time goes on? Not every single time, every 2 weeks, maybe every month or every other month. Do you plan to do that? Once you make the first initial investment of $25,000, then you basically pay the price per acre, which might be $10,750, $12,250, $17,500, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, whatever the price of an acre is. Okay, so it can be less than $25,000. And if you said, no, I just want to try to get 1 acre and sit back and wait and see what happens, they might say, well, sorry, come back to us when you're ready to purchase on a regular basis, because they need to become more selective. Okay, but with oil drilling, with King, I don't know, they have a limit to many investors they can accept, but they're growing. They want to drill more wells, and an oil well costs somewhere between 5 million to 7 million to 8 million to 10 million. Depends who you ask. I guess what rig operator you get, how deep the well is, both vertically and horizontally. Because the deeper you go, the more it costs. Okay, but it's a chunk of money. Just say it's $8 million for one well. That's $8 million. If you're with a small company like King, they're small. They don't have that deep of pockets to keep paying for all these wells. They have to have investors help them. Okay, so even if the fund I'm in, they call it a fund. Once they close it to new investors, they plan to open another fund and start over again. Because with us investors, they're telling us we're going to get our money back. Our initial investment we'll get back probably next year at some point. It's not a guarantee, but first quarter, second quarter, we may get all our money back, plus get our preferred return, plus get any money that's left over. I was swimming a bit ago, my hair's still drying. Plus get any money that's left over. And I think what they're hoping we'll do is take the money we get back and turn around and put it into their new fund or put it back into this investment to help them to keep growing. Okay. Me being me, I want to rehab my pool. I think I want to rebuild my pool cage. I think I want to put new front doors on my house. I think I want to put a brand new triple no seamless type sliding glass door where I got 3 20-year-old sliding glass doors. I want to do a little upgrades. Okay. I might do that if I get all of my money back. I might take a little pot and do some stuff I want to do to enhance. Because I'm not going to live forever. I don't know how long I'm going to live. And I want to have a better quality of life while I'm still able to enjoy it. Okay. Without going into debt, without hurting my future monthly income. Okay. So I will put more money back into some investment. It could be the oil again, it could be mineral rights. Maybe I'll take the money and put it into rental property. Maybe I'll take it and put it into stocks. When I get that money, I will decide what is the right investment at that time for me to take this. Now, with that being said, I plan to keep rental properties until I die. I plan to keep holdings with oil, be it mineral rights, acreage, or oil drilling until I die. That's my plan. All right. I like that monthly revenue. I've heard about real estate investors. They get old and they sell their entire real estate portfolio because they're tired of it. They just want whatever money they get, $1 million, and they'll live off that the rest of their life. That's not my plan. I plan to live off the monthly revenue for the rest of my life. And even when I get elderly, if I need to go in an assisted living, there's a place called Tuscan Gardens. I think that's right. They do luxury senior housing. If I need to leave my castle that I'm in, maybe if I have the money, it's expensive. Maybe I'll go into luxury senior housing. I think when I talked to them a year or so ago, they told me it was like the price then was about $5,000 a month. Okay. If I have all my rental property and oil and mineral rights, I can pay that. More than likely, I sell this house and we move in there. We're good to go. So we'll see. But this video's gotten long, but I'll put a question at the end. I should have said this at the beginning. I'm considering doing a live stream sometime on my channel. Live meaning if you tune in while I'm live, you can ask me questions. I don't know how to work. I'm on my phone. I think I'll see them scroll up. I think. So we can communicate that way. That way, if you got a direct question for me, you can ask me. But with that being said, do you want me to do any live talks? If you do want me to do live talks, there is no perfect day and time for everyone. There's not. I'm semi-flexible because I'm financially independent. I'm retired. So, but what is a good time for you if I was to do one where you could tune in? Could it be during your workday at lunchtime? Could it be on the weekend? Could it be in the evening, weekday evening, weekend, sometime on the weekend? It's no perfect day for everyone. Plus, even if I do a live one, if no one tunes in, I talk by myself right now for 19 minutes, almost 20 minutes. So if no one tunes in, I'll talk by myself for 20 minutes and I'll click stop and that'll be it. So, all right, enough being said, it's the perfect storm. It's always a perfect storm to do some sort of investment. It's a great day to buy a real estate deal. It's a great day to buy a beaten down stock that you know will recover the best you can know. It's a great day to get started investing in fossil fuels as well. And there's always other investments out there. So, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you click the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. And thank you to all new subscribers. And Mazske, with that being said, is signing out.